What is up, guys and girls of YouTube? It is your boy Justin Omoe, and a couple days ago, or almost 2 days ago, I posted a video or a poll on my YouTube channel. It says, for those who haven't made music in a while, which do you feel like fits you the best? And here are the options here. I know and have everything, can't get any. You could read. Looks like the most of y'all feel like you don't have perfection to put out your songs, or it doesn't feel perfect. I screw up sometimes. I say things that mutters. Like that last line I said right there. I don't care if I don't speak proper. But we'll get into these things from top down in order. And I want to diagnose all of these for y'all. By the way, I am Justin Omoe. I talk to y'all about music, teach you. I show you some gears. And yo, there's going to be a lot of good stuff coming through, man. It's all about the right timing, but I love you guys and girls who do hit thumbs up, support your boy, and follow your boy. Let's go ahead and talk about this, shall we? Before I go into that, I want to go ahead and read some of these comments here. There is about 4, or 3 and then 1 reply. Homie Isaac, this is hard to answer for me because they all look like excuses and I'm questioning myself and making these excuses for not completing my productions. But motivation takes a big play into it for me. It's like, why should I continue to make music? Do I enjoy it? It doesn't have to be perfect, but it's like, does this represent who I am and what I am telling? That's a good comment to actually talk to y'all about, because it sounds like he knows the answer. He knows, but he still doesn't do it. Is it cognitive bias? I don't know. But truth to be told, you just answered your own question. And Jeb Josh says, I feel you. Basically everything. It's really hard to pick one. And it could be an amalgam. It could be a combination of all of them. 3x6, I'm sleepwalking right now. Have everything? No, just enough to make it. I don't know what's up with me. It's all good. We all need to learn or understand ourselves and find what it is that we need to, what's the word? We need to find the thing that makes us say, that's why. That's why. And then you figure out the why. You learn how to solve the problem. And then lastly, Ibrahim Ibn Yusuf, it says the industry is full of Dajjal worship. First, so I stopped. Hey, it's all good, man. You gotta run away from the Dajjal when you see it, right? More on that later, for those who don't know. Let's go ahead and explain all of these in categories, and I'll put the chapters down below, but I highly suggest you listen to me when I speak about all of these. By the way, this is what I have in front of me. It's just telling me everything. Mom's yelling in the back to tell the kid to go shower. But literally, this is all I have. Excuse it. Damn, fingerprints. How do you clean a MacBook screen, man? Because my cousin said when you wipe it, it's going to rub off the polish or something and scrape up. I don't know. Anyways, I'm going off the top of my head for y'all. And, that's how I usually do things anyways. First one. I know and have everything, but I can't get myself to make anything. Usually, when you have everything, you feel content. This is something that I learned throughout my own failures. You have everything. Therefore, because you have everything, you're in a safe feeling. You're in a safe spot. And this, I feel, happens with successful people who end up becoming like one-hit wonders or something like that. They feel like they've got it made, like Kyle, for example, Super Duper Kyle. This is what I'm thinking in my head. He paid off his mama's house. He got famous with music one time or made that hit song. He's content. We don't really hear much from him. My opinion or my thought is he felt safe, and that's what led him to not really get that much attention after that, sadly. But usually when you have what you want, you feel content. You don't feel like needing to push or do forth with anything else. People who are married, if you're married, you're a guy, you married your wife, you let yourself go. Even the wives, man. Even the women. They'll be like, all right, I'm married. Who do I gotta work out for? Shit. What I'm trying to say is when you're content, when you feel like you got everything, you don't feel like you want to make anything because you're pretty much putting yourself in the setting where, damn, I got it. I made it. But that is a big factor. When you feel like you have everything but you don't do anything, you're lazy. How do you beat this first category? How do you beat laziness? This has to deal with structure as well as knowing the big picture. When you have everything, you have to start thinking about these 2 questions. What is it that I want? What do I want? Do I want to be, famous? Do I want to have a presence? Do I want to make an album? If any of those are true, if you want to create music, ask yourself the next question. What am I doing today that'll get me to that goal? Every single day, think of those two questions. What is it that I want, or what is my goal? And what am I doing today to get myself to the goal? If your answer to the first is, I want to be famous, and you're not famous, then you're not complete, you're not content. Even Super Duper Kyle, like I said, you want to be famous, you're famous, cool. Maybe you got to go on to the next goal after you get your stuff, I got everything that I wanted. I invested in everything. I worked a job and I got all the equipment. What next? Think about it. What next? You don't make music because you got everything. It's like Shikamaru. He just chills out. He knows everything. He's just chilling out because he knows everything until the problem strikes him. Then he deals with it. I'm talking about the old Naruto, not the new one, the Boruto, because that Shikamaru was something else. So when in doubt, ask those two questions and come to the realization you're nowhere where you want to be, even though you feel like you got everything. That hurts me, but it's the truth. Once you realize this though, you're going to start wanting to make yourself get into music again. And from there, you could listen to the rest of the video because that is going to give you more insight on how to do this stuff or what to do. Second thing, pretty much I make songs, but I don't feel perfect to ever put it out. This is pretty much you're scared. You are scared. You want things to be perfect. You're never going to get things to be perfect. What is perfect anyways? That's like asking, what is normal? We all look different. What's the normal look? If everybody in the world gains 100 pounds right now and we're all considered fat, what is normal? Is fat normal? This is something, sorry, I gotta do my little roll-ups now. This is something that you guys and girls have to hurdle over. Stop trying to be perfect, because when you get to the point where you're finally perfect, you're at a point where you're either too old, you're gonna find another problem you're gonna run into, or your time has passed. Take it from me, wanting to be perfect in everything is gonna lead you at a lower level than if you were to actually do something. That's the sad part. You want to be perfect, that just means you're not doing anything. You're not showing results. They don't care about your come up. They don't care about you gaining every single gear. They don't care about you getting every single syllable right or whatever it may be. They care about results. They want to see something. Okay, seeing something. If you act like you want to have everything just super perfect, you're only stressing yourself out. You're only making this, expectation on yourself, okay? Let's say you do have what you classify as a perfect song, and you have what you classify as a not perfect song. Hell, maybe the not perfect song is better than the perfect song, but you just don't know. You just want everything to sound great. What's next? You're gonna want to get a 10K microphone? What next? You're gonna want to build a vocal booth? What next? You want to get a mastering AD converter to convert your signals so it makes your vocals sound perfect? If you're looking for perfection, you're gonna be filtering out a lot of stuff. You ever found a perfect pencil? What is a perfect pencil? You don't know. Maybe there's a certain degree of length in correlation to your hand, and it has to match up with your knuckle nub. You're looking. You're gonna end up spending a long time looking for something when you should be, which is a solution, be putting out anything. Don't care about perfection. I made a whole video about KSI's album, The Dissimulation, pointing out all these little errors and all these little problems. The man got like a $10 million Beerus chain or something like that? $1 million chain? People who care about perfection, they're just gonna start talking and wanting to, judge everything, really. While the people who are being judged is having everything to themselves. They're getting everything because they're actually putting things out. Good example. Let me go ahead and find this comment. There's two comments actually. It's from someone who, okay, here you go. Apparently he had like one of those MySpace things. Oh look, he wrote something back. Let's react to this live. Oh, I gotta hit record first. Okay. No one is gonna take you seriously for mastering people's stuff, man. All that gear means nothing if you don't take care of properly acoustically treating your room. No real engineer master people's stuff in an untreated room. Mastering engineers need to hear properly what's coming out their speakers. You know, this guy with no views, no reputation, just Sean Mix. No offense to you. You got nothing credible. You're coming to somebody like me. I don't mean to sound arrogant, but I have to say it. You're coming to someone like me telling me what I should do. That's called backseat driving. Because they can actually tell you what's wrong with your client's mix, if they hear certain problems, blah, blah, blah. You seriously need to take care of low-end absorption with bass traps. You also need better monitors and work on proper speaker placement. I don't know how this guy just took a ruler, a measuring tape, and just measured everything in my room, right? Or like I don't have equilateral measurements and I didn't put acoustic foam anywhere. Crazy stuff. And then I replied with my brilliant mind, headphones. Headphones. Let's see what he said. Haha, yeah, dude, no one's going to take you seriously, especially if you're trying to work with big label projects. Headphones isn't idea. It isn't idea, guys. You need proper studio monitor speakers that are positioned properly and proper room acoustic. Sorry to say, dude, but you are going to be looked at as an amateur. A-M-A-T-U-R-E. Okay? Your priorities are backwards. First, learn how to treat your room and invest into better monitoring before buying fancy gear. You know what better monitoring is in his perfected realm? Yo, I'm gonna show you a picture right here. They're freaking dope. It's full range speakers. That's his idea. He's trying to tell me, someone in the bedroom, to go invest on 10K speakers. 2 of them actually, so that's like 20. Actually, it's more than 10K. It's like 15K, 30K. And then guess what? Before that, you need to build a $30,000, you know, acoustic treated room with the gold ratio and interior. I'm not gonna lie, I drew architecture on this, on what I was gonna do, and then I said scrapped it. I said nah, I'd rather grow a garden in the back. I was gonna like literally go on this, put concrete on the floor and outside, build solar paneling, or have the electrical wire conduit put in. You see how I'm talking in his perfection mind, by the way? Let's see. You can have all the fancy gear in the world, still sounding like crap. Here's my response to you in this video. I don't think your opinion matters in my case, okay? Because in the end of the day, I'm still getting work. I'm still doing work for people. And I'm still getting great results from people. I got other people, mastering engineers, for example, that asked for your boy's help on certain gear. And then I made a whole video today and I showed them. Hopefully that was a great demonstration for him. It's on my other channel. I'm sorry, bro. Headphones! Sometimes you shouldn't even just respond back because it's going to be making yourself looking like a dumbass or an asshole or a dickhead. But just for y'all for the video, I had to do it one time. You need better gear. You don't even have an ADDA or mastering EQ. Oh my god. Dang it. Hold on, I gotta turn off my gear because my camera battery's gonna die. And then I gotta charge my camera battery before I do videos. Oh my god. Winky. Hey Winky. What's the matter? But yeah, dude's like, yo, you don't even have an AD or mastering EQ. I don't got corona either. And then 6 days ago, I know he commented like half a year ago, dude. 6 days ago, I said, I recently invested into the Antelope Audio Pure 2 and bought a compressor. My next goal is to get rid of this EQ. You know, whatever. I'm keeping my eyes peeled. I'm so happy. And then I gave him some examples because he was asking for like, yo, name a rapper who didn't have quality and still blew up. Chief Keef, Lil Nas X, Soulja Boy, T-Pain, Lil Wayne even. I just pretty much gave him a talk about, you know, you don't even need perfect equipment in order to do something or, you know, become something. And then this guy, you work with those guys with low budget equipment? I don't see your name in the credits. He was assuming I worked with Lil Nas X for some weird reason. And then he goes on and says, you need at least $200,000 worth of mastering grade gear for me to take you serious. Okay, backseat driver, nobody's trying to make you happy. And you guys and girls should think the same with your music. You know, you're not supposed to have expensive gear. Who's fucking calling me?
Two things. Did you start this Pokemon Unite yet?
I didn't even download it.
Oh my god, I fucking screamed and cussed and lost my voice.
That's why I ain't go play it.
Nah, cause I didn't know you can lose your ranking. So pissed off, screaming. Because I keep getting teammates that run off and leave me by myself to die.
Consumerism, am I right? What was I talking about? You can't fool some people who are clueless. Like, who are you talking about, bro? What matters is what they like. If they like it, if they hear it and they're like, yo, this is cool, good. You guys and girls wanting perfection, wanting to upgrade to the best of gear and stuff like that, you're pretty much setting yourself up for a failure. Let me give you the thought and idea. Once you post what you feel like is the best thing ever, the perfect thing ever, your next step is gonna be, what can I do to top my next perfected song? What can I do to top my next perfected level? I don't know if you guys and girls know the homie Corpse, but I feel like that's the predicament he's in. He made a song, he got it to the point where it turned viral, and then he hasn't really posted much songs after that. That's a big missed opportunity. I don't know why he hasn't made another song. I would talk to him or ask him, or but I don't want to bug him or make him feel like I'm trying to steal some clout from him or some shit. Perfection's not gonna get you anywhere except for your own downfall. Put shit out, and I mean shit, I mean real shit. Put the worst of the worst out. What you feel like is the worst of the worst, put it out. Once people see this, boom, wow, this shit is garbage. Guess what? Go ahead and improve. And then they're gonna go like, wow, this is garbage too. Wow, this guy's actually making something. It doesn't even have to be that one person. There's like 7 billion people in the world. You got a lot of chances, a lot of ways to impress people. And in a business sense, there's also ways to make them come back, If they don't like it, you pay ads, they see it on the side, give them a second chance. I make songs I like, but seeing them not do numbers demotivated me. This is something that always is going to happen regardless of who you are. We always start from 0 and we build up from 1. If you get people that, say dumb shit to you, you get bad results. You don't get a lot of views than you expect. Guess what? It's not because you're bad. It's just because you don't have the tools or you don't understand how it's supposed to spread to people. Take it from me. I got 100,000 subscribers on my channel, and I know that I'm not getting, anywhere near where I would want to get. Is that demotivating me though? No, not at all. I'm still making videos. I'm still strong, and nobody could put me down. I need to put myself up. I'm getting weak. Why do you think I'm gonna give up even though I'm getting 400 views at the moment? Even though I kind of put myself down here on purpose. But for you guys and girls that are not getting views you expect, well, think about it, Where are you putting your music out? Where are you sharing it? What are the type of people that you're attracting in order to get this type of, attraction? Where are you talking? Where are you reflecting your brand, your self-image out to? This is fear of success in a way as well. You're fearing the things that come with success, which is the hate, the haters. Trust me. Maybe I'll do like a story chat when I post this video up. You're gonna see, I'm gonna post this up, and not even a minute after, probably a minute or a little bit more after, you're gonna see, we're gonna get 1 dislike. 1 like, 1 dislike. There's always gonna be people that's caring about you so much that they wanna subscribe to you just to see when you post a video and then dislike it. There's people like that. I don't know, it's so weird. There's people always gonna try and bring you down. There's always gonna be people that just doesn't want you to win. And you know what it is? They don't want you to win because they're not winning themselves. Haters hate others because they hate themselves. Never doubt that quote right there. So if you're getting shit talked on, people saying, hey, you're ass, you're trash, where are you reflecting yourself? Where are you putting yourself? Are you putting yourself in a realm where, yo, check out my shit, this shit is dope. And then people's like, man, this is ass. Where are you posting? Are you spamming on Twitter? on places where it doesn't matter, and then you're attracting this negative attention to bring this to you, they're gonna say it's ass, it's trash. And you need to take some of them that are actually seriously giving you, what's the word, criticism. Not like people, like those 2 comments that you've seen before, but maybe people that's like, yo, it sounds so damn dope. Damn, maybe you shouldn't have said this line here though. I don't know how it reflects well. You know, it'd be like, okay, cool. You know, just take it, move on. Now, if you're getting low numbers, this is a business thing more than it is a music thing. It's the business that drives your music into, you know, popularity or fandom or whatever the word is, right? Because anybody could have a song and just place it on iTunes or whatever, but it's not gonna blow up just because you put it on iTunes, you know? So you need to think about things when it comes to this. Where are you going? Who are you talking? Where are you engaging in order to attract other new people to your music? You know, are you going to places that doesn't matter, things that are irrelevant? You know, I did mention in the beginning when I read comments, you saw the homie talk about the Dajjal, the homie Ibrahim Ibn Yusuf. More than likely he is here because he saw me on a YouTube channel, you know, defending or talking about a debate. These debates is like Christianity versus Islam, or Islam versus Judaism, or different topics like that. I spent my time, you know, watching there, commenting. This is part of me, you know, taking the seat back and learning and understanding everything that I need. But part of it was going there, learning or reading, hearing these things, and coming to thoughts and conclusions and talking. And I was talking to, there's some people on YouTube that like talk crap about Islam and stuff, and this particular person, he just never gets thing in context. My ears are hot. So I kind of like broke it down in a whole comment to him about why he's wrong about this certain topic. And you know, it attracts a lot of enemies when you're defending something on a channel where there's a bunch of hate. That's the worst thing you should do, and that's why I'm getting dislikes right away. Thank you. It also attracts people who are for you or with you, who are defending, you know, what you like. In the case of the homie Ibrahim, I'm defending Islam, and I don't care what religion, what belief you are, what it is. I just want to say that right now. So don't hate me because I'm, you know, studying Islam or, you know, all that. It's not about that. That's what I try so hard to keep religion out of this. I try so hard to keep politics out of this. You know, it's a music channel. It's a music channel. It's y'all and me, you know what I'm saying? Don't feel some type of way because of that. Back to topic. I'm sorry. I just had to put that out there. But by engaging my time, taking my time, engaging and talking over there, I'm attracting, you know, Muslim people. I'm attracting Christianity people. Guess what? If I'm a Christian rapper, or if I'm a Islamic rapper, by the way, I got some cool Christian rappers here. Y'all know what it is. If you are a religious rapper in a sense, and you're on Christian debates or Christian love things, and you're a Christian, and you're rapping about Christian, you're gonna attract Christian people to your channel, which is your target audience. So, my question to you is, where are you engaging yourself to become present? Where are you? What type of things are you talking to build up a organic growth first in the beginning? And I don't know, are you even putting your money where your mouth is to promote your stuff? And that also matters too, but let's not even talk about money promotion in this video. We're talking about organic growth. I don't feel like I have everything I need to make music yet. Now this is what we call an excuse. Okay, an excuse is a well planned out lie. Truth be told, if you own a USB microphone, hell, if you own a laptop, hell, if you own a phone, you have a microphone. You know, if you own a camera. Here, hold on. Don't know exactly where the thing is. I had a Fujifilm camera, like a little digital camera, and that did not stop me from making videos and learning VFX and stuff like that. And for example, look, you know, holy shit, you got 2 cameras. You know, I use the T3i, and I never said to myself, yo, this camera is not great enough, you know. I don't have the proper equipment to do things. I don't use a shotgun mic to record things for y'all right here, right now. I really am thinking like, damn, I should really get a shotgun mic, but I'm not. I haven't been buying I didn't buy a shotgun mic to be able to talk to y'all in a great audio quality format. Because one, I'm not really being serious about the YouTube videos. Well, I wasn't back then. It's just me talking, you know. But two, I'm talking to you guys and girls right now. You guys and girls can hear me right now. That's what matters. That is what matters. You can hear me right now. You can see me doing stuff. I made a whole video series on making music without owning FL Studio and being on the shittiest quality of, you know, laptop. I encourage y'all, for those who did not see it, watch it. Matter of fact, did I record on the USB microphone too? So I didn't actually use the laptop speaker, but don't let that stop you from doing something. I seen a little kid, well, the 16-year-old kid, 14 I think it was actually. He made a bomb ass song on a phone app on his phone, and it sounded good. And he posts on Twitter, doing a little bit of spam texting or spam promoting or whatever. But I listened to this, I'm like, damn, this is not bad for somebody who's rapping on a phone, you know? I could tell it's a phone, but what matters the most is that I heard him. So when you say things like, I don't feel like I have everything I need to make music yet, it's a well planned out lie. The truth is, you got something. You have something. Even if you don't have anything, you still got something. Beating your fist to a table with the pencil and somebody recording with a cell phone is still you making music. It's still you doing something. You know, I seen a lot of them on YouTube, Facebook, MySpace, and it blew up because of it. I seen people get famous off of cell phone footage only. I didn't see actually, I seen a brother on YouTube. He made a video saying, could I sell this video for $1,000? He's recording only with his MacBook or MacBook video camera as well as his iPhone, and he did a spectacular job. The thing is, he's doing something. You know, he doesn't even own a camera like your boy here, the DSLRs and stuff. Or at least as far as we know, right? But yeah, you don't need all the equipment or the best equipment or equipment in general. Like, you don't need a saxophone to be able to play saxophone sounds, you know, just getting a VST instrument and do it. The truth is, it's all there, but you're not doing it. You're not using it. And if you definitely hit rock bottom, then you gotta make an effort to actually own something for the first place. For, you know, own a computer, get a job. As you know, as hypocritical it is for me to say something like that to y'all, get a job. Or even you don't even gotta get a job. Just find your family members that want to invest in you or believe in you. Let them help you out, son. I can't wait till I'm an uncle. Or even a father. I hope one day, dude. The last thing, I can't find the right time to make music anymore. This is not a procrastination thing. It's more of a structure thing you need to figure out. Now, when you say I can't find the right time to make music, this pretty much says I don't put time into making music. That's all it means. It doesn't mean I can't have time. I don't have time. We all have time, and we spend time like it's nothing. We spend at least 1 second every second. Think about it. Like 6 seconds, 7, 8, 9, 10 seconds just passed. You're spending every second right now watching this video. You got time to make music. When you wake up, what's the first thing you do? Do you check your phone? Do you check your social media? Do you check notifications? Do you check the time? Truth be told, you always have time. You got time. Time does not increase or decrease for you. What does increase or decrease is your priority. Where you spend your time. Do you spend your time playing Pokemon Snap, playing Pokemon Unite, getting mad because of it, playing Call of Duty, Bethesda, whatever it's called? You spend your time watching YouTube videos to learn. That in itself as well is you wasting your time, or not wasting your time, but you're prioritizing your time to things like this. You could have, you know, instead of spend the last 10, 20, 15 minutes, maybe even longer, I'm sorry, but you could have spent that time making music. You know how fast it is to make a beat once you know it? You know, you could make a beat in like 15 minutes. I don't have time. No, you just don't prioritize your time. And I'm saying this as real as it could be, man. And let's be real, okay? my men's out there, my boys. How long do we spend beating our meat? Do you beat your meat? Don't even lie, man. Don't. I see you looking away like that, man. Don't lie. No, I don't beat my meat. You lying? We all beat our meat, women included. You could spend your time beating your meat, or you could spend your time making a beat, and then beat your meat after you make the beat to the beat. Yo, this battery lasts a long time. Props to this battery. I need to buy another one. It's crazy because when you do notice this, your whole life changes. It's like, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do this and that. You know, a lot of people, they say, I don't got time. But what it really means, like I said, is you don't put the time into it. If you take a bus ride to go to your workplace in the union, the construction workers, whatever it may be, you got time. During that bus ride, you got time right there. When you come home from after a hard, exhausting work, I don't know, you could sleep a little bit in the bus, in the train station, whatever it may be. When you get home, you got some time. You got time to eat food and watch TV. Take the TV off, eat food, and make beats. If you spend time taking a shit and you got a laptop, you got time to write lyrics. If you got a notepad, you got time while you're taking a shit. But once I learned that, or once I got the grasp of priority of time, my days went from checking YouTube, watching a lot of poker videos, watching a lot of card unpacking videos, things that didn't have to matter with me or what I wanted to do, and I pushed it aside. I said, nope. Today I'm gonna check masters. Today I'm gonna master songs. Today I'm gonna record a video. Today I'm gonna figure out something. I'm gonna do it. I got time. And real talk, there was a point where at like 4 in the morning, I couldn't sleep. I said, if I have this time to not sleep and I'm not trying to sleep, why don't I make a video? And I record this video. I got it in there. I didn't edit it. And right now, it is 3:49 a.m. Could you see it? 3:49 a.m. And also my phone is out of storage, even though I got a 500 gig in there. And if you don't think you got time, do this at least one day. Get a notepad, write every single time you're gonna do an event, an action. So write the time and write what your action is. You know, it's like 10 o'clock, make soup. 10:15, eat soup and watch Naruto. 10:45, go to the bathroom. 10:55, making a beat. 10:56, get up and went to the kitchen. 10:58, ate food. 10:60, came back to the room, tried to write lyrics. 10:61, got up, went back to the kitchen. You got time. One of my biggest excuses when it came to making music is my brother, my mother, they're home. That's another excuse in terms of time, right? I don't have the right timing. That was my biggest excuse. You hear them in the background. I don't give a shit. I used to give a shit, but now I don't give a shit. So don't let I don't have time or I don't have great timing stop you from trying to make music. I hope that what I said right now to y'all is eye-opening. I don't want this to be just a motivation to y'all. I want this to be a hunger for y'all, a drive for y'all. I hate saying the word motivation nowadays because motivation is only temporary. Structure is better than motivation. Because motivation is like, yeah man, you boosted me up, I'm gonna do something. 5 minutes later, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But with structure, you're understanding the things around you. You understand what you're doing. You're questioning yourself. You're asking why. What am I doing today? What am I gonna get to myself to do? You know, how much do you want to make today? Or how much do you want to make a month? What are you doing today to get you further to that goal? These are questions I ask myself every day. And this stuff drives you. Hear my brother? There you go. I don't give a shit anymore. And you shouldn't give a shit either. But yeah, I spoke so much and I don't know why this battery's not gonna die. So before I jinx myself, thank you guys and girls for watching this. Let this be your structured video. And really take your shit seriously, man. Because every single day you don't do something is another day you're not doing something. You'll always lose time. Every time. Even when you're sleeping, you lose time. Time is something that you can never get back. So use it to your best of abilities and as best as you can. There you go. I'm Justin Omoe. And with that being said, peace. I'm out. And please have yourselves a damn good one. Hold on. Hi, Winky. I'm gonna violate you. Have a good one.